Good morning, sixth graders. Okay, so yesterday we left off and they were mentioning that they only have, that tomorrow is the summer solstice. So I'm wondering what all is going to go on in this much book. Okay, we walked past gangbangers, bums, and street hawkers who looked at us like they were trying to figure out if we were worth the trouble of mugging. As we hurried past the entrance of an alley, a voice from the darkness said, "Hey, you." And like an idiot, I stopped. Before I knew it, we were surrounded. A gang of kids had circled us, 6 of them in all, white kids with expensive clothes and really mean faces, like the kids at Yancey Academy, rich brats playing at being bad boys. Instinctively, I uncapped Riptide. When the sword appeared out of nowhere, the kids backed off, but their leader was either really stupid or really brave, because he kept coming at me with a switchblade. I made the mistake of swinging. The kid yelped, but he must have been 100% mortal, because the blade passed harmlessly right through his chest. He looked down. What the? I figured I had about 3 seconds before his shock turned to anger. "Run!" I screamed at Annabeth and Grover. We pushed 2 kids out of the way and we raced down the street, not knowing where we were going, and we turned a sharp corner. "There!" Annabeth shouted. Only one store on the entire block looked open, its windows glaring with neon. The sign above the door said something like Krusty's Water BDEAPLACE? Krusty's Waterbed Palace? Grover translated. It didn't sound like a place I'd ever go except in an emergency, but this definitely qualified. We burst through the doors, ran behind a waterbed, and ducked. A split second later, the gang kids ran past us outside. "I think we lost him," Grover panted, and a voice behind us boomed, "Lost who?" We all jumped. Standing behind us was a guy who looked like a raptor in a leisure suit. He was at least 7 feet tall, with absolutely no hair. He had gray, leathery skin, thick-lidded eyes, and a cold, reptilian smile. He moved toward us very slowly, but I got the feeling he could move fast if he needed to. His suit might have come from the Lotus Casino. It belonged back in the 70s big time. The shirt was silk paisley, unbuttoned halfway down to his hairless chest. The lapels on his velvet jacket were as wide as landing strips, and the silver chains around his neck, well, I couldn't even count them, there was so many. "I'm Krusty," he said with a tartar yellow smile. I resisted the urge to say, yes, you are." "Sorry to barge in," I told him. "We were just browsing." "You mean hiding from those no-good kids?" he grumbled. "They hang around here every night. I get a lot of people in here thanks to them. Say, you want to buy a waterbed?" I was about to say, "No thanks," when he put a huge paw on my shoulder and he steered me deeper into the showroom. There was every kind of waterbed you could imagine. Different kinds of wood, different patterns of sheets, queen size, king size, emperor of the universe size. "This is my most popular model." Krusty spread his hands proudly over a bed covered with black satin sheets, with built-in lava lamps on the headboard. The mattress vibrated so it looked like oil-flavored jello. "Million hand massage," Krusty told us. "Go on, try it out. Shoot, take a nap. I don't care. No business today anyway." I don't think..." "Million hand massage!" Grover cried, and he dove in. "Oh, you guys, this is cool." Krusty said, stroking his leathery chin. Almost. "Almost what?" I asked. He looked at Annabeth. "Do me a favor and try this one over here, honey. Might fit." Annabeth said, "But what?" He patted her reassuringly on the shoulder and led her over to the Safari Deluxe model with teakwood lions carved into the frame and a leopard pattern comforter. When Annabeth didn't want to lie down, Krusty pushed her. "Hey!" she protested, and Krusty snapped his fingers. "Ergo!" Ropes sprang from the sides of the bed, lashing around Annabeth and holding her onto the mattress. Grover tried to get up, but ropes sprang from his black satin bed too and lashed him down. "Not cool!" he yelled, his voice vibrating from the million-hand massage. "Not cool at all!" The giant looked at Annabeth and ran toward me and grinned. Almost. Darn it. I tried to step away, but his big hand shot out and clamped around the back of my neck. "Whoa, kid, don't worry. We'll find you in 1 sec." "Let my friends go!" "Oh, sure I will, but I got to make them fit first." "What do you mean?" "All the beds are exactly 6 feet, see? Your friends are too short. Gotta make them fit." Annabeth and Grover kept struggling against the ropes. "Can't stand imperfect measurements," Krusty muttered. "Ergo!" A new set of ropes leaped out from the top and the bottom of the beds, wrapping around Grover and Annabeth's ankles and then around their armpits. The rope started tightening and pulling my friends from both ends. Don't worry, Krusty told me. These are stretching jobs. Maybe 3 extra inches on their spines. They might even live. Now, why don't we find a bed that you like, huh? Percy! Grover yelled. My mind was racing. I knew I couldn't take on this giant waterbed salesman alone. He would snap my neck before I even got my sword out. Your real name's not Krusty, is it? I said. Legally, it's Procrusteus, he admitted. The stretcher, I said. I remembered this story. The giant who'd tried to kill Theseus with excess hospitality on his way to Athens. Yeah, the salesman said, but who can pronounce Procrusteus? It's bad for business. Now, Krusty? Anybody can say that. You're right. Does have a good ring to it. His eyes lit up. You think so? Oh, absolutely, I said. And the workmanship on those beds? Fabulous. He grinned hugely, but his fingers did not loosen on my neck. I tell my customers that every time. Nobody bothers to look at the workmanship. How many built-in lava lamp headboards have you seen, huh? Not too many. That's right. Percy, Annabeth yelled. What are you doing? Don't mind her, I told Procrusteus. She's impossible. The giant laughed. All my customers are. Never 6 feet exactly. So inconsiderate. Then they all complain about the fitting. What do you do if they're longer than 6 feet? Oh, that happens all the time. It's a simple fix. He let go of my neck, but before I could even react, he reached behind a nearby sales desk and he brought out a huge, double-bladed brass axe. He said, I just center the subject as best as I can, and I lop off whatever hangs off on either end. Ah, I said, swallowing hard. Sensible. I'm so glad to come across an intelligent customer. The ropes were really stretching my friends now, and Annabeth was turning kind of pale. Grover made these gurgling sounds like a strangled goose. So, Krusty, I said, trying to keep my voice light and airy. I glanced at the sales tag on the Valentine-shaped honeymoon special. Does this one really have dynamic stabilizers to stop wave motion? Absolutely. Try it out. Yeah, maybe I will. But would it work even for a big guy like you? No waves at all? Guaranteed. No way. Way. Show me. He sat down eagerly on the bed and patted the mattress. No waves, see? I snapped my fingers. Ergo! Ropes lashed around Krusty and flattened him against the mattress. Hey! He yelled. Center him just right, I said. The ropes readjusted themselves at my command, and Krusty's whole head stuck up out at the top. His feet stuck out at the bottom. No, he said. Wait, this is just a demo. I uncapped Riptide. A few simple adjustments. I had no qualms about what I was about to do. If Krusty were human, I couldn't hurt him anyway. If he was a monster, he deserved to be turned into a dust for a while. You drive a hard bargain, he told me. I'll give you 30% off on selected floor models. I think I'll start with the top, and I raised my sword. No money down, no interest for 6 months. And I swung the sword. Krusty stopped making offers. I cut the ropes on the other beds, and Annabeth and Grover got to their feet, groaning and wincing and cursing me a lot. You look taller, I said. Very funny, Annabeth replied. Be faster next time. I looked at the bulletin board behind Krusty's sales desk. There was an advertisement for Hermes delivery service and another for the all-new compendium of LA area monsters. The only monstrous yellow pages you'll ever need. Under that, a bright orange flyer for DOA Recording Studios, offering commissions for heroes' souls. We're always looking for new talent. DOA's address was right underneath with a map. Come on, I told my friends. Give us a minute, Grover complained. We're almost stretched to death. Then you're ready for the underworld, I said. It's only a block from here. All right, that's it. That's the end of chapter 17. We'll start again tomorrow with chapter 18, Annabeth Does Obedience School.